I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken language and spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fam's on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make him bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was called with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, outcasted like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's your man, Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? I'm chilling. Reading box scores and stuff, the usual. You know, I'm a nerd, man. I'm a Knicks nerd at this, right? I'm a Knicks nerd, man. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, man. I'm a nerd for this type of stuff, man. I love looking at Knicks stuff. Is this water? Okay. All right. How y'all doing out there? T. Williams in a place to be. Yerp, what's good? Christian F. What's good? Old Head is in the building. What's good? G. Robinson, what's happening? What's good? I see you. I see you. How y'all feeling this morning? I know how some of y'all are feeling. Y'all on Fanatics. Like, I wonder. This is me being a Knicks fan right now. I wonder if they got that Quentin Grimes jersey in a large. I want the Quentin Grimes City Edition. Trav, what's good? What's good? What's good? That's what I'm thinking people doing right now. It's like, I wonder if they have that Quentin Grimes jersey in a large. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I'm looking back at the box score. I didn't even get a chance to see the game last night, man. I was outside working in the rain. That sucked. Working in the rain last night. But check out our guy, Quentin Grimes. Played 28 minutes. He was 10 of 17, 6 of 12 from 3, missed his only free throw, had 6 rebounds. That's impressive. 3 assists. That's impressive. Only had 2 fouls. Finished the game with 26 points. What do y'all think about that? What do y'all think about that? G. Robinson says, New York State of Grimes. Yeah, New York State of Grimes, exactly. A lot wise. What's good? What's good? Christian F says, pretty good, but like I told people, Miles McBride was a steal. I'm starting to believe that too. Mike Blunt says, first rule of Summer League is, yeah. Juju 92 is in the building. Jay Singh was good. Anthony D in the building was good. Grimy after last night's game. Feeling grimy after last night's game. Mike Blunt says, First rule of summer league is it's only summer league, bro. I'm just saying. I'm trying to not go in either direction with it. I don't want to call nobody a bust, and at the same time, I don't want to call people superstar already. Right? I'm excited that it looks like we got players. Chop Low was good. Was good. What I'm saying is I'm excited that we finally got players, but you know, I don't want to go out on a limb and start picking which one of these guys is going to have their number retired first. Jericho Sims is going to have his number retired. Nah, man. Nah. I ain't ready to go there yet. So G. Robinson says, how much do you expect from the 25th pick? I don't know. Because on the surface, that seems like a base question. Because you could look at it, one, if it's a sarcastic question, or you could look at it as if it's a loaded question, or you can get down and drill down into that question. How much do you expect from the 25th pick? How much do you expect from the 25th pick? Well, I'll oblige. I'll drill down on this question, right? I'll drill down on this question. How much do you expect from the 25th pick? And I'll start with it depends on who you are as an organization. So to G. Robinson, I'm going to ask you a follow-up question that helps me answer your question. Who are we as a franchise? Who are we as a franchise? Who are the New York Knicks as a franchise? Somebody answer that for me, right? Who are we as a franchise, right? And once we establish that data point, we can begin to answer the question, how much do you expect from the 25th pick? Right? Because the question in itself looks base, right? Like, what do you expect? What do you expect for the 25th pick? You know what I'm saying? And when you hear it out loud, it has a tinge of sarcasm, but it can be also loaded in a sense that it sparks the conversation that you can talk about for hours. But then again, at the same time, it also may uncover some flaws in your organization. So now I'm asking you, who are we as an organization? Are the Knicks a perennial playoff team? Ghetto Intellect is in the building. G-Man for Life is in the building. What's good? What's good? So it's a definitely a conversation starter, right? And while I ponder that, I'm going to do a couple things just real quick. I'm going to do a couple things real quick because I got something I want to show y'all. I ain't going nowhere. I'm right here. I'm just doing something. So what I was thinking about doing is putting together a graph of all the number 25 picks. But I don't know if we have time to do that. I don't know if we have time to thank you. I don't know if we have time to do that. Putting together a graph of all the number 25 picks and their statistics. But I do have something that came in the mail yesterday. I kind of want to show it to y'all while we ponder what do we expect for the number 25 pick. Y'all know what this is? Maybe if I turn it around, it wouldn't be upside down. Y'all see what this is? Ta-da! It's the Freezy Awards. The Freezy Awards came in yesterday, baby. So the Freezy Awards came in yesterday. And while this doesn't look like anything on your screen, when you see this in person, you are going to be impressed. This thing is heavy. Heavy. This thing is heavy, y'all. This is the Freezy Award. And we're going to give away a bunch of these to winners of Freezy Awards this year. I'm probably going to sit it back there on the desk, on that table. But I want to show y'all. It comes in these fancy boxes and all this stuff. So when it show up to your house, let me put it in here a little bit better than that. The UPS guy is going to come up to your door, ring your bell, and give this to you. It's going to have the category written right here and the winner. And we're going to put the card right here, the category and all that stuff. It's going to be fantastic, y'all. Comes in this fancy schmancy box and everything. This is dope. And so I think we're going to do like 12 categories and all that stuff. But listen, I want to get back to G. Robinson's question. Right? I want to get back to G. Robinson's question. Yeah, the company that did this is legit. Look. The company that did these, listen. The company that did these did legit great work, right? In case y'all can't see that, that's the Blorangetears logo, right? And underneath it says the Freezy Awards. Now, when you win, because this is the base model right here, right? This is the base one. When you win, it's going to have the category on it. something like best blorangetears show, right? And then on the card that we'll include, it's going to have the finalists like the Knicks Morning Drive, the Knicks at Night podcast, Knicks versus the Pod Couple, Knicks Freestyle, all old heads. It'll have Knicks Old School on it. So whoever wins it, they'll get one of these, right, to show off. And this thing is like legit, like 6 pounds. This thing is like 6 or 7 pounds, right? So it's legit nice. I'll take it out one more time, and then we'll get back to G. Robinson's question. So this is what it looks like. This right here is a teardrop. This is a teardrop, right? This is a teardrop, and it's got the Blorange on the inside of the teardrop. It's got the Blorange on the inside of the teardrop, signifying, the sadness and happiness that Knicks fans enjoy, right? So I'll put that away, and we are working diligently. And when I say diligently, I mean hard. So we're working on hard to put forth a presentation, a show. The Blorange, the Freezy Awards. We're working hard behind the scenes on putting that together, and then we're gonna, start putting the stuff on the community tab so the community can vote. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna put. What I'll probably do is take an image of it and put it on the community tab, and then we'll start the process of voting for awards and all that stuff. Because I want the community, I want y'all to determine who gets these awards, not me. I don't care. The only thing I'm doing is paying for them and put the categories out there so that it'll be fair. Y'all feel me? Paying for them and putting it out there so the event can be fair and so that we can monitor the results in real time and so that we can rock and roll. Y'all feel me on that? I'm hoping that y'all enjoy that. Right? I'm hoping that y'all enjoy that because it's gonna be dope. Let me go back to G. Robinson question. Right? I'm trying to find G. Robinson question, original question. I tapped off of it accidentally. So how much do you expect from the 25 pick? How much do you expect from the number 25 pick? Right? What I'm going to say is this. So if you're a Knicks organization that has been in the dumps for $20 years, right? And I mean in the dumps. I don't mean buy the dump or smell like the dump. I'm talking about in it. You've been in the dumps for 20 years, right? So I feel like with the 25th pick, you have to be able to, well, with any pick in general, you have to be able to hit on any pick with the expectation that you're not going to hit a home run on every pick. Right? You're not going to hit a home run on every pick, but at the same time, you want to keep the rally going, so to speak. Keep the momentum going, so to speak. So if you're the Knicks, you don't expect to pull a Damian Lillard out of the draft at 25, but you don't want a Ronaldo Bachman pick at 25. And no shout and no shade to Ronaldo Bachman, because he was we watched him play down here. He was good. He just went to a bad spot. Right? But he was raw. Very, very raw. Right? A man was very raw. Right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. What you expect out of the 25th pick or any pick if you're the Knicks is a quality NBA player that's going to be able to contribute for a long time. That's what you expect from the 25th pick. If you're the Knicks, now, if you're the Knicks, because you're trying to build something, right? You're trying to build something. The only thing is, you can't, under any circumstance, swing and miss. You feel me? You can't swing and miss. It's better to be super safe with a guy like Quentin Grimes than to swing on a guy like maybe Keon Johnson and then have him not pan out. Because now you wasted a pick and resources and didn't get anything in return. So while I believe down the road, Keon Johnson is going to be a better player than Quentin Grimes because he's got more God-given physical gifts than Quentin Grimes, I can understand where the Knicks say it's better to be safe than sorry. Right? It's better to be safe than sorry. I understand where they're coming from. It's better to draft a Damian Dotson than to try to turn a Wichita State senior 5-year point guard into Fred VanVleet. And Toronto did that. It's better to draft Damian Dotson than to gamble on a guy like a Fred VanVleet and hopes he turns into something. Well, guess what? Fred VanVleet turned into something. But the Knicks also can't gamble. Toronto was a perennial playoff team, right? Toronto was a perennial playoff team, and they can gamble on dudes named Pascal Siakam late in the first round. They can gamble on a Fred VanVleet who took in an unconventional route to his big payday stardom. Because Kicks and Knicks was good. Right? So if you're the Knicks, no, man. Okay. So clearly, all of a sudden we don't like Damian Dotson? Is that what y'all are saying? I mean, this right here baffles my mind. That like it boggles my mind. All of a sudden, nobody likes Damian Dotson anymore. So in 4 years, when Quentin Grimes leaves, all of a sudden, all the love that we built up for Quentin Grimes goes out the window because he left. Come on, man. Don't do that, man. Because that right there is telling me that the love for these cats is not real. Right? Because when Dot was here, we showed my Dot mad love. I was on social media with a bunch of y'all. Y'all, every tweet ended in #FreeDot. And now all of a sudden he plays for somebody else, and we like, well, he really wasn't that good in the first place. And come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. That can't be how we feeling. Right? That can't be how we feeling, man. We can't do. I mean, I know some of y'all that have shirts that say once a Knick, always a Knick. And now all of a sudden Damian Dotson can't get love? We make the playoffs one time and Dot can't get love? Come on, man. See, come on, man. This right here is crazy. This is crazy, man. Come on, y'all. This is crazy, man. Dot played 4 years for us. I'm sorry, 3 years for us. Right? Dot played 3 years for us. And in his best season, when he actually got run, when he started 40 games for us, he averaged 10 points a game. When Dot actually started for us, he averaged about 10 points a game. Right? Come on, man. Is that what we're doing right now? We can't give Damian Dotson love. I mean, what's happening? Come on, bro. Really? So if this kid here, if Quentin Grimes averages about 10 points a game for us, we wouldn't take that? We wouldn't take 10 points a game from a dude that's not even going to crack the rotation? Come on, man. Yo, Black Prophet says, Dot still gets love, but you can also simultaneously believe Grimes could potentially be better. Hey, man, no, I'm gonna say this. I hope Grimes is better than Dotson, right? And I hope Grimes gets more opportunities to show his talent than Dotson. Because while Damian Dotson was here, for one, the organization was a grease fire. 2, Dotson was always hurt. Always hurt. Either he was out injured or playing through injuries. Was it fair? No. Life ain't fair. So that you just gotta suck it up, bro. With that, but the love from Knicks fans should be constant and rock steady. Right? Ain't none of this, man. Dot wasn't really that good stuff, man. And when Dotson was here, we was rooting for Dot. Come on, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. That man, we can't even do that, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. We can't do that. Come on, man. Anthony D says, Freezy, I hear you, but Grimes is not Dot. Grimes has serious stroke and showing offensive and defensive command. Grimes is better. Really? Grimes is better, but yet he hadn't played in a NBA game. Uno NBA game. That's Spanish, y'all, for one. Right? What I'm saying is, How about we wait and see before we retire Quentin Grimes' jersey? How about we see what he is? Before we go out and get Quentin Grimes tattoos on our heart, how about we wait and see, watch him play some? Because Knicks fans, I know y'all, and y'all turn quick. Because if he come out the gate and struggle, y'all gonna be eating him alive. And then I'm gonna be asking y'all, well, where's the love? And then y'all gonna be like, he gotta play. Hey, nah, man, calm down. I've been telling y'all this. How long I've been rocking with y'all? I've been rocking with y'all legit for about 6 years, right? What year is it? When did Porzingis get drafted? Porzingis got drafted in 2015? Something like that? What year did Porzingis get drafted? $2015. So I've been rocking with y'all since about 2014, for about 7 years, right? Like showing my face, putting my thoughts and stuff out there. And so, man, listen. It's crazy. I'm the person that's been saying, stop eating your young. Right? Stop eating your young. Knicks fans, stop eating your young. Right? Stop making everything the ultimate anything. It's summer league, man. It's summer league. This dude probably just now got him an apartment in the city. He probably just moved out the hotel. You know what I'm saying? He probably just moved out the hotel, just got him an apartment. And some Knicks fans are saying, retire his jersey and all of this. And some people are saying he's not Damian Dotson. Man, come on, man. What I'm saying is I'm not saying that Quentin Grimes is a bust. What I'm saying is calm down. We've seen things like this before. I saw how Knicks fans turned on Kevin Knox. Kevin Knox is still on the roster. Knox is still on the roster, and Knicks fans have turned on Kevin Knox. Come on. Come on. So Anthony D says, you want us to not be excited about our young. Who the heck does that? No, that's not what, no. What I'm trying to do is protect the young, right? I'm trying to protect the young, right? Because Knicks fans like to eat their young, right? And I'm saying, so I read a comment from Anthony D, right? I read a comment from Anthony D just now. Where's that comment at? Where's that comment from Anthony D? Anthony D says, Freezy, you want us to not be excited about our young. Who the heck does that? All right. So Anthony D, in the same token, on that same note, would you include these young guys in a trade for Damian Lillard? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for Anthony D to tap dance around this answer and around this question that I asked. These same guys that y'all are capping for, and I love the young guys, right? I love the fact that the Knicks, because I was the one that said the Knicks are going to draft 4 rookies. And y'all were like, nah, the Knicks ain't drafting 4 rookies. Guess what? The Knicks drafted 4 rookies. And don't get conventional, or don't get convenient memory loss. Because a lot of y'all was saying that the Knicks are not going to draft 4 rookies. And I said the Knicks are going to draft 4 rookies. Right? I'm waiting on Anthony D to answer this question because he said, he alluded to me hating on the rookies and hating on the Knicks fans that are excited about these rookies. Then I asked at the same time, because I like to use perspective, right? I'm not hating. What I'm saying is allow these guys to become the best version of themselves before we start saying, well, I think Quentin Grimes could be better than Clyde Frazier. I think that's reasonable. So Anthony D says, so you want to be right instead of reveling in a good problem. No. Come on, bro. Next time you dance like that, give me a chance to put music on. Next time you start dancing like that around the question, Anthony D, let me put some music on first. I asked you a specific question because I like to use perspective. I want to protect these young guys. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you an example about how our young guys are hated on and disliked. So some weirdo freak journalist from some big time internet site says RJ Barrett is not one of the top 125 players in the NBA. RJ Barrett averaged 17.6 points a game on 44% shooting from the floor. He shot 40% from three, 73% from the free throw line as a second-year player, and yet some weirdo that does Knicks for clicks says RJ Barrett is not one of the 125 best players in the NBA. But yet, he said Emmanuel Quickley and Nerlens Noel are. Right? 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 So how does RJ Barrett, our young guy, our gemstone, he, of all the young players that we have, we should covet the most, right? We should covet the most. But I see you guys are not even offended, right? People are not even offended. And Eric Suriel says he's not. RJ Barrett is not one of the top 125 players in the NBA. Come on, man. What are we doing? Come on. What are we doing? What is this? This is stupid. It's like something born out of some weird hatred that we have for RJ Barrett, and it's dumb. It's dumb. Not the person. I'm talking about the take. How's a dude average 17.6 points a game in the NBA on 44% shooting, 40% from three, not be one of the top 125 players in the NBA? Right? So, and think about this. Think about what I'm asking y'all, because this right here is it's sad, is what it is. It's sad. It kind of hurt my heart that a Knicks fan would say RJ Barrett is not one of the top 125 players in the NBA. it makes me think about what are content creators actually doing? Why waste time even doing it? What's the point? What's the point of not appreciating what you got? So Eric Siriel said, just to follow up, and this whole thing is, to me, this whole thing is disheartening to me. Eric Siriel says, look at his playoff numbers. Eric Siriel, let me ask you this. I'm gonna ask you this, and this is me being serious. Why would you bring up his playoff numbers when before RJ Barrett, your team wasn't even making the playoffs? Is that all you got? That's your nitpick. Look at RJ Barrett and Julius Randle's playoff numbers. But before RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, your team wasn't even making the playoffs. So that's the nitpick. That's the one thing. Look at his playoff numbers. But before RJ Barrett and Julius Randle, your team wasn't even making the playoffs. Your team was rolling out dudes named Noah Vonleh and Mario Hezonja. Your point guard was Emmanuel Mudiay, who's not even in the league, right? RJ Barrett gets here and helps your team get to the playoffs in his second year. And you say he's not a top 125 player, and look at his playoff numbers. What are we even doing? So Anthony D says, you are conveniently mixing the argument. I've done nothing but appreciate Grimes this morning. No, I didn't say you didn't appreciate. Oh, boy. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know how to speak to some of the stuff that I even see in the chat. G. Robinson asked a legit question, and it was dope. G. Robinson, I appreciate the question, because the question was dope. What do you expect from the from the 25th pick? That's a dope question, because on the surface, it's like, willy-nilly passing, sarcasm. But then when you think about it, it's a really good question, right? Yo, man, I'm gonna put the link out here, but I think I'm gonna just let y'all drive this morning, because clearly, man, clearly something ain't it. Something ain't going on. Yo, Wilson Ding is in the building. What's good? Wilson Ding says, 48 signing was a signing trade. Knicks get 2 for just seconds. LOL. Let's get Kenny. Interesting. Hey, D, what's good?
Uncle Freezy.
What's good, boss?
And I say that with the utmost respect. Uncle Freezy. What's going on, Freezy?
Man, I'm legit frustrated by some of our approaches to let me do something real quick. Okay. Yeah, I'm a little frustrated by some of our Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The thing about Damian Dotson in the chat kind of got me frustrated, man. I cannot believe that Knicks fans have turned on Damian Dotson. Right? I cannot believe that people actually typed that and thought that would be something. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, Freezy. I think this could be one of those, it's a miscommunication thing. Because I don't think cats are killing Dot versus we've moved on from Dot. You know, and I never try and kill the young because I always champion when Tim Hardaway Jr. was here, not once, but twice.
Right.
Right?
Right.
The Iman Shumperts of the world, all of them. Right. All of the picks that we've drafted that looked like they could have been something, and somehow they got away and redeveloped someplace else. You know, we tend to like forget about them. It's not that. It's that we have.
Wait, Iman Shumpert won a championship, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah. But he didn't win his championship in New York, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it's not that. It's that when you see new possibilities, it's like, okay, we're gonna ride for our new possibilities.
What about Trevor Ariza? Trevor Ariza won the championship, right?
Same
Ariza
thing.
Was good.
Same thing. We're not killing them. You know what I mean? But it's McBride and Grimes today, and we're excited about the possibilities. And we've had so many young guys that's come through here that hasn't been anything. When you see some young players that look like they could possibly be something, it's hard not to ride for your young. It's hard not to get excited about them.
Freezy, did you see the game yesterday?
No, I was at work, man. I didn't get it. And then I got an issue going on here that as soon as I got home, man, I didn't get a chance. And that's why I'm on late this morning. So I didn't even get a chance to go rewatch it. And it's frustrating me, man. But when the regular season get here, I catch everything. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot about it, Freezy. You said it was on at 7, right?
Yeah.
I was at the gym and I finished kind of late, and I got home when I turned on WWE Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
And I forgot about the game. And I saw that this morning. Grimes and McBride, good games.
Right. And so Danny Landis
is in the building.
Lucas, what's good?
Good.
What's good? And so AD, what I think is being missed, and what I'm saying is, I am not one that's against young players. I am at the other end, super excited about young players. Right? That's me. Like before this. And I think AD, I think you might have been in that group too. I said the Knicks were going to draft 4 rookies.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I said that, right?
You did.
And not only did I say it, I doubled down on it and pounded the table for it.
Yes, you did.
And people in this chat, I can't remember who. I don't keep receipts because I think the conversations should be fun, right? I don't keep receipts. Oh, you said such. Blase blah said this. I don't do all of that, man. It ain't worth it, right? But in my opinion, it's not worth it. But what I was getting at is this draft was so deep and so talented that the Knicks were going to walk away from this draft with 4 talented guys, right? Did we get all the guys that I wanted? No. Did we get some guys that I liked? Yes. I did like Jericho Sims before the draft. I did like Rokas Jokubaitis before the draft. You know, and we wound up getting 2 of those guys that I like. But now that the draft is over, Summer League is basically over. What I'm saying is let's let these guys move along on this slow path, because in years past, when we drafted a guy, we put such an unreasonable expectation on them that when they didn't live up to it, we turned on them and wanted to eat them. It happens. It's New York City.
Always.
Yeah, it's because I remember when we drafted Jerry and Grant. When we drafted Jerry and Grant, we were like, "Oh my, we finally got the big athletic point guard we've been looking for all these years." And about 20 games into the season, Knicks fans were turned on Jerry and Grant already, wanted to get him out of town on the Greyhound.
Hey, Freezy, I was hyped about that because Horace Grant's Horace Grant's son, right?
No, it's Harvey Grant. Horace Grant is his,
Harvey was the one that wore the goggles, right?
Yeah,
they both wore the goggles.
Yeah.
So I was kind of hyped about that when they got him. I thought he's coming from his dad. That he's going to be a good, solid player.
Yeah. So the kid was smart. He was athletic. He played at a good school at Notre Dame. He was under Mike Bray. So he had all these different things. And about 20 games into the season, on a very dysfunctional team, the Knicks fans had turned on him because he wasn't dunking on people and shooting threes.
Yeah.
So you like, really, Knicks fans? The hype was so great that they couldn't even allow him to play out 2 or 3 seasons in New York before they wanted him out of here. That's the reason why I thought Frank was gone. I knew as soon as the Knicks drafted Frank in the first round, I knew Frank was gone. Because the Knicks have this thing, the Knicks can't keep a young point guard. They just won't. They just won't. And the one guy that we did keep, Clyde Frazier, right? People use that as the standard. That's not the standard. Before Clyde Frazier, it was a gazillion point guards in New York City. You know what I'm saying? And after Clyde Frazier, it was a gazillion point guards in New York City.
Mark Jackson.
Yeah, and you know what? A young Mark Jackson got traded. A young Brian Strickland got traded.
Strickland, I was about to say that.
A young Jerry and Grant got traded. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not like a young Michael Ray Richardson got traded. So all these, it's not just a me versus this chat. It's a me having all these experiences, like seeing how we are as Knicks fans and how we treat players, and then expect those same players to forget about all these different things and just come to play and love us. Right? And so the example I use is Julius Randle. Julius Randle's first year, he averaged 20 and 10. And Knicks fans were like, "Oh, he was trash." Like 20 and 10 is easy.
That's
to
good.
do. Yes. In New York.
Yes.
I'm gonna ask you this, Danny Landis. I'm gonna ask you this. When can you remember a power forward for the Knicks averaging 20 and 10 for an entire season? Ever?
David Lee.
Was he 20? He was lower than 20, right? Was he?
I think David Lee did it twice.
David Lee did it I think he did like twice up until they traded him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mentioned that name, because with all those 20 and 10s that David Lee was having, how successful was the franchise?
We what? But let me also ask you this: What happened to David Lee?
I mean, okay. Here's the thing, though.
You want me to put some music on? 'Cause I think you're gonna dance around this question. What happened to David Lee?
It's not. No. We ended up fantasizing about catching the big whale, and didn't do it, and cut all our assets and traded off all our assets. My point with you is you're lumping all of those things into one barrel, that's yes, there's a common denominator, Freezy. And the young is going, but some of the young that came and went could come and go. They weren't that nice.
That happens.
Right.
They weren't that nice.
Right.
David Lee was nice though.
David Lee was a great NBA player and
hard worker
and an even better person.
Good culture guy, great person.
Yep.
What did they do? They got rid of David Lee and then they signed Amari, right? That's what happened?
Yep.
Imagine they would have had those two together.
Yeah, wait, and you know, and so here's the thing: they traded David Lee in a sign and trade to the Golden State Warriors for a bunch of dudes that wound up not being nothing. Anthony Randolph.
Anthony Randolph. Oh my goodness, what a bum.
Yeah, so think about this. They traded David Lee, who was 6'10", 245, for Amari Stoudemire, that was 6'10", 250. Right, David Lee was 20-10. Amari Stoudemire never achieved 20-10 for a season in New York.
Amari Stoudemire was hurt
and was getting paid more money
and stayed hurt. And stayed hurt.
Yep.
But you give him credit for coming here. He's the one that signed, and he said the Knicks are back. Remember?
Right.
And he played good in the beginning. He was playing good.
The first 30 games, he was an MVP contender, right?
He was the beast.
As the late great Jackie Gleason once said, a mere bag of shells.
That's it.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. And so the point I'm getting at is we don't the Knicks culture is one that looks to microwave the process on high. Like microwave popcorn can't be done in 2.5 minutes for Knicks fans. Knicks fans want it done in 35 seconds. Do the entire bag done in 35 seconds.
No patience. Right? No patience.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so what I'm saying to Anthony D and to other Knicks fans in the chat is before there's one thing to be excited about Quentin Grimes, right? And personally, I am warming up to Quentin Grimes, right? But there's another thing saying that Quentin Grimes is going to start taking RJ Barrett minutes. And Quentin Grimes.
But who said that, Freezy?
Bro,
somebody in the chat said that?
Yes, I see the chat, bro. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me.
I'm not.
I see the chat. And it's not just for the Knicks Want to Drive. It's the Knicks Tonight podcast also.
Joe Madden in the building.
What's happening, guys? How we doing?
Yeah,
Did you see the game, Joe?
I did, yeah. No, I was very impressed. My boy McBride
Grimes is stepping up too.
Grimes, man. We're deep, and it looks like that you could look Burks or some of these wings can be expendable at the deadline if Grimes and McBride step up. And as I said before in a deal, if everybody steps up, 2 goes and two can go and 2 can stay.
Yeah.
So it's to figure out which ones we want to keep and which ones are going to go, because at least two of them and picks are going to go in a deal by next year, I think. But everybody's looking good. McBride again looked good last night. Him on defense is something else.
Even Sims looked good yesterday too.
Yeah, all of them. McBride and Grimes are going to have to get minutes.
They have to, both of them. Somehow,
they
some way.
ain't getting minutes, bro. Where they gonna get minutes from?
Freezy, they're getting minutes, Freezy. They're getting minutes.
Well, if they'll get minutes. Now they're not gonna go the entire season without playing. That's not what I'm saying. But what we have to do is establish a standard. When we say minutes, we mean meaningful and consistent rotation minutes is what I'm talking about. Not just sporadic minutes. 30. We up by 30. on the back end of a back-to-back, and they get in the game. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about meaningful rotation minutes. I can't see them getting meaningful rotation minutes. Because
I can if they prove it. Like IQ last year, we were saying after IQ was drafted before preseason, IQ always going to get minutes. Randall's going to get traded, and IQ isn't going to get minutes. What happened? Randall ended up leading the league in minutes. Obi didn't get many minutes, and IQ got close to 20 minutes a game. So we had vets then too. So I don't know, McBride to me, man, and he was a Tibbs favorite. Tibbs pushed to draft him. So he's going to get some burn. I think McBride will get burned over Grimes, but eventually I think both of them are going to get minutes. Both of them have to if they perform.
They have to, Joe, for sure.
So if we're saying they're going to get meaningful rotation minutes, so are we saying that McBride is going to be in the point guard rotation?
Yeah.
In the guard rotation, meaning on ball and off ball. He can come. He get minutes doing both. He'll play the one or the 10. He'll get minutes at the two.
You got a long season. You got a long season, Uncle Freezy. Got a long season, and you got a long season with two guys with bad wheels.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Guys with bad wheels over a long season to develop your young guys to the course of the season is what you want to do to when you get to the playoffs to get Kemba and those guys at a reasonable amount of health to go the rest of the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
even Alec Burks. Alec Burks too has had injury history. That's why I see Grimes getting burned is when Burks is out.
I'd rather give more run to Grimes and give less to Burks.
No, they're not going to. I don't want to do that because I heard somebody saying, was at Knicks fan TV last night, oh, Grimes is better than Burks. I'm like, whoa. You have to
slow down a little bit.
Cool out a little bit. But but what the difference is, what they'll look at the deadline is money, how business wise it'll work is like is Burks that $10 million or $8 million better than Grimes? And if Grimes can contribute close to what Burks is able to give you next year, then you can move Burks in a bigger deal. And I think eventually Burks is going to have to go in any sort of deal anyway to make money work, because Grimes and McBride and these dudes aren't making anything.
Yeah, they're making peanuts. Yeah,
especially McBride being a second-round pick.
Mm-hmm. They're like $1.5 million a year, or would Grimes only get like $2 million a year or something?
Yeah. But Freezy, let me throw this at you, Freezy. Do you think they're going to be playing a lot of more small lineups? Maybe they get these guys more run.
No,
I think so.
I think Tibbs is going to frustrate y'all to the point where y'all are going to want to scream at the TV because I don't think Tom Thibodeau sees the game like Knicks fans see the game.
That's true. We've seen Payton all season.
Yeah,
and he should have been pulled out, and Tibbs was too stubborn to pull Payton. But at the same time, if McBride's defense is as good as it seems to be, because the same reason Tibbs kept Payton on the court is the same reason McBride should be getting time, is because the defense.
Yeah, defense, of course.
Right. So what I'm getting at is, and so when I say this, I think people construe like what my opinion of what Tom Thibodeau is gonna do with what I prefer, and it's not the same thing, right? I think Tibbs is gonna run a 10-man rotation, right? And the second unit is gonna be Rose, quickly, Burks, Obi, Noel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with that said, you can assume who the starters are, right? And I think he's going to stick to that so that this team can develop a chemistry playing in certain roles. Now, Grimes, Knox, and McBride have not been mentioned. That's probably player 11, 12, and 13, right? On a game day roster,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'd like to see Jericho Sims get NBA minutes.
Yeah.
Right? I'd like to see but he would be player 14. Right?
He doesn't go that deep, Tibbs.
Right. Tibbs is gonna go 10 deep this season.
At most.
Yeah, right. And is it fair to Grimes and McBride and Knox and Sims? No. But I mean, it is what it is.
No, what we're trying to say though, Freezy and Pooj NYC says Knicks fans are wishing injuries on players. I'm like, no. What we're just saying is history shows that Kemba and Rose have been out. History shows that Burks has missed time. There's history shows it. So that's what we're saying is these young guys might get burned because of what history shows.
Right. Yeah, injuries. That's what history shows. Exactly.
So these guys are going to get Grimes will get minutes when Burks is out. McBride will get minutes. I think McBride. What they'll do is you'll have quick if you have time when you have Rose and Kemba are out. Quickly's probably going to start at the guard, and McBride's going to back him up. So there are games where McBride will back him up, but he'll get 20 minutes. He'll get 25 minutes. There's going to be nights where where Burks has been out injured. So then you're going to have Grimes then step into that backup role. He'll get minutes off the bench. So you just have to look at history. Guys get hurt. Fournier, I think, is a little bit of injury history. Not as much, but still, he might miss some time. So you don't know. It's an 82-game season. Very few players play over 30 minutes a game for 82 games in the season anymore.
Right.
So,
well, the history shows with Robinson and Noel. It's unfortunate that we have to think that these guys have to get injured to get more burn, but that's what's going to happen.
But you know what? That's a good thing because now every year I've said it yesterday. Every year we rely on who's going to come save us. Now we have 3 rookies that might not even get playing time, which to me is good because you have McBride and you can see what McBride can do already. McBride letting him sit behind Kemba and Rose the next 2 years is perfect for his development.
Of course.
Perfect. He doesn't have to come in and play big minutes and carry a franchise the same as like Grimes is. That's the great thing about picking late in the draft. You're not picking lottery where you're drafting a Kevin Knox and you're expecting him to carry the franchise, or you're drafting an Obi. Pressure's off on these dudes. If they don't work out, it is what it is. If they pan out, great. More assets.
Hey, Joe, I'd rather see more of Grimes and McBride, and I'd rather not even see any more of Kevin Knox. I've seen enough of him. I've seen enough of Knox. What do you think?
I don't. Knox might get some burn, like situational minutes at the wings, because we have very lack of depth at the 3. Most of the guys that play at the 3 are got combo 2s and 3s. Most of these guys are mostly actually 2s because RJ to me is a 2, Grimes is a 2, Burks is a 2. So we don't have a bona fide 3. Unless they let Vildoza or one of them walk and then they pick up a 3 in free agency, Knox might get some burn.
Maybe they're going to throw in Obi at the 3, right?
Don't forget about Kevin Bacon, Dirty Dancing.
Oh, Dwayne Bacon. Well, he's a 2 and a 3 as well. He plays both.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
So
he might be Gil Cristal. What do you call the dude we got last year?
Michael Gilchrist.
Yes, he might be the same situation. Brought into training camp and then cut before the season.
Probably.
Yeah.
Could be.
Him and Scala BTA, yeah.
Because these can carry up to 17 guys.
Yeah, Scala.
I think they can carry up to like 17 guys to training camp, but then has to be cut to 15 before the regular season. So they can still bring in some guys.
Yeah. Well, so somebody said there was an NBA trade. So was there an NBA trade?
Today?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. T-Wolves trade for Patrick Beverly. They said
that was
Jared
yesterday,
Culver
right?
and Juancho Hernan-Gomez to Memphis for Pat Beverly.
Well, Memphis is moving this year.
They're looking to do something, right?
So more or less, they flipped. They flipped. Was it the 10th pick? They took on. Was it traded up? Got the 10th pick. Took on Bledsoe's contract and flipped him for other players. Then flipped them players for more assets.
Yes.
Bledsoe was solid though. Is he still still good?
Yeah, he's with the Clippers. So what did they say the deal was? It was Pat Beverly is going from. He went from the Clippers to Memphis. Now he's going to the Timberwolves.
Yep. Timberwolves, right?
Yeah.
They need defense, but where does he start? Well, he comes off the bench, I guess, behind D'Lo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Poor Pat Beverly. 2 days ago, he lived in LA. Then he moved from Memphis to Minnesota.
Yeah. Not gonna be happy.
I don't think he'll be in Minnesota long either.
No, he's going to be like, all right, get me back to LA, and the Lakers are somehow going to get him.
Lakers, yes. Yeah. I can see that.
Or the Knicks.
Plays defense. He's tough. Defense and tough.
I like Pat Bev, but the thing is, where do you play him?
Because he's not really a point guard.
No, he's not. He's not good enough to be a point guard. He's too small to play the two. Right. So he's just that defensive guard that can knock down a shot occasionally. So where do you play him?
But he wants to start.
Yeah. And the championship team starts him if they have creativity anywhere else. So the Clippers were perfect for him. The Lakers, maybe, but it's going to be a championship team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to stay in Minnesota long.
Yeah.
If he does, he's sitting out the year. I don't see Pat Bev playing in Minnesota.
No, he's going to get himself out of there somehow, some way.
Location and the franchise. The franchise are going to want to tank again this year because they didn't get a lottery pick last year or this year.
The only way Beverly's going to want to stay in Minnesota if KG comes out of retirement.
Oh God! If KG come out of retirement, I'm sure he's going back to Minnesota.
No,
right? That is true.
If he come out of retirement, he'll go to Boston or somewhere first. He won't go to Minnesota.
and plus, the owner told Kevin Garnett that he would sell the Timberwolves to him and didn't. So their relationship is ruined. But things are what they are, man.
And as they make fun of the Knicks, you look at these other franchises. Minnesota's been way worse than we have.
Yes.
Who do they have in Minnesota right now? They got Karl Anthony Towns, Russell. Who else is there?
Look, how many number one top three picks? You have D'Lo went number 2. Karl Anthony Towns went number 1. Anthony Edwards went to number 1. Jared Culver went number 5. I think it was the same draft as RJ. Yep. Look at all these top 5 lottery picks they got, and they've done nothing with them.
At one point, they had 4 number 1 picks on the same roster. I think they had Andrew Wiggins, Derrick Rose, Karl Anthony Towns, and somebody else.
Anthony Bennett. Anthony Bennett was traded then from Cavs.
Yeah, you're like, how do you have 4 number 1 picks on your roster at the same time? And you still trash.
Yo, and they traded their pick away to get D'Lo, and that pick still ended up in the top 7. It ended up 7th overall. They got Kuminga out of it.
Yeah.
So what is Cat even doing sitting over there? Is he gonna just waste 9 years of his career like KG did, and then realize, I have to leave now?
Nah, he's not gonna wait that long.
Another year. If they don't, I give them another year, maybe 2, and then he's out of there. Because I think what he might do is see what they do this year. If they get another lottery pick, see who they get out of that.
Yeah,
I can see him somehow working himself to the Knicks. What do you think about that, Uncle Freezy?
I wouldn't mind it. Ugh.
Randall and Karl Anthony Towns together, or they're gonna have to give up Randall.
Nah, you've been suited. Both of them can stretch the floor. That's perfect. They can play off each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Randall wants that too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not for, because basketball is so innovative. Or you don't have to have conventional lineups in order to be successful, right? You can do unconventional things, and it can lead you to success. And so, while conventional wisdom would say, excuse me, you can't have ball dominant bigs and win a championship, I think you can. With the right creative mindset, right? Because I watched two teams that did it differently make the NBA Finals, right? And either team, in all honesty, either team could have won the NBA championship this year. If Chris Paul was healthy, I think that the Suns could have won a championship. Could have. I'm not saying that they should have. I'm saying that they could have. If Devin Booker played a more unselfish game, I think Phoenix may have been more competitive in fourth quarters. Right? But you can't say, this is our guy, I'm going to ride him, and then in the biggest moment of his life, take the ball away from him. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of got, but my point is, you had one team take a route, the conventional point guard, big man route, and then you have another team take the wing player route, right? And in this term, the wing player route won. If they play again next season, I don't know if the result is the same. It may be, but just based off of what Joe said, Karl Anthony Towns and Julius Randle, RJ Barrett. Do you believe, Danny Landis, do you believe the Knicks can win a championship with that?
One more move, and that's to see who's at point guard. If Walker's at point guard, I'm not 100% sure, but if they make a move, upgrade at point guard, then we can talk.
Yeah, but if they have 3 point guards, if they have Walker, Rose, and Quickly's 2 guard, but
somebody's going out in deals to get Karl Anthony Towns because he's still under contract for I think like 4 more years or 3 more years.
Right.
I think that the trade that needs to be done that's going to fix the team what they have now, I think is bringing Damon. Right? What do you think, Freezy?
Yeah.
That's the ultimate trade right now.
But if you get Dame, you won't get Cat.
The thing is, you got Dame. How are you getting Cat? Because
but it's who you want to have.
The money, I think, will work. I think the fact that you're trading all your assets to get Dame. So what assets you've left to go get Cat?
Yeah.
Then Randall has to go in one of them deals for that to work.
But if you have your choice, who are you going to take? You're going to go after Dame, or you're going to stick and go after Cat?
I go after Dame. It's not even a debate.
For you, it's not a debate. For me, I'm going the opposite way. And not for what you think, right? I'm saying I'm looking at more a conventional line of thinking. Like Cat is 25, he'll be 26. Dame is in his 30s, right? And then I'm also looking at, can I draft a guy? Can I draft a 6'2" point guard that can shoot a high volume of threes like Dame Lillard? And can I draft a guy at center that's going to get me 12 rebounds, shoot 40% from 3, and get me 23 points a game? Which one is easier to obtain?
But Freezy, the problem there when you're saying about, okay, I see where you're coming from. It's like, if we get Cat, can we draft a guy that can give a guard that can shoot like a shooting guard or like a scoring point guard or whatever? I see your point on that.
Right.
But what I was saying about the thing is, you're not going to have picks left either deal to get the other. If you're going to go get Cat, you need to go get a point guard. You're not going to have picks to get into point guard. If you go get Dame, you're not going to have the picks to go get the big guy. Because most likely these picks are going to have to be high picks, and whatever picks you have are going to be either they're going to be in the late first round, or they're going to be the second rounders we have.
Right. And that's what you prefer, because if you're trading late first round picks, that means your franchise is winning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I understand why you would say Dame, because right now in real time, Damian Lillard fixes a lot of issues in real time, right? He stays relatively healthy. Relatively healthy. I mean, everybody's going to get banged up, nicked up, injured. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Nobody's going to be injury free. Nobody's going to play 82 out of 82 and play 35 minutes. It just didn't happen because of whatever.
Of course.
But in the long term, like if this team can't win, like say if this team can't get over the hump, there are no other moves that you can do. You're stuck with Dame. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because of what you gave up to get him.
But see, Freezy, okay, if I'm going to have to get Cat, I need to move Randall to get a guard. Because I want the opposite. If you go in Cat, then you're not going to touch Dame at all, obviously, because you're not going to have the assets to do both. My prefer is to go a little bit opposite of Cat, because what I'm saying, I'm not saying Randall and Cat are the same player. I'm just saying they're kind of similar, where both of them can pass, both of them can stretch the floor. Like, they're both the big that can do a lot of different things.
Right.
If I'm getting in Cat, who's an upgrade on Randall in my eyes, that does a lot of different things, then I got to move Randall to go get myself a guard. Because as I think Randall and Cat can definitely work.
Yeah.
Then we're lacking at the guard position, because we probably move too quickly in Rose or quickly in Walker in the trade to get Cat. So I move Randall to go get me an all-star type of guard to go with Cat. But do I know that's going to work 100%? I don't know, because look at what Minnesota's a mess anyway, so I'm not going to say whatever is in Minnesota. But he's played with nice guards. Even though some of them can't stay healthy, he's played with some good guards and it hasn't worked out.
Right.
So
what about Russell Freezy? He's a point, or he's a two?
He is
point.
Yeah. I like him. As a matter of fact, I was going to suggest if you trade for Cat, you have to include D'Angelo Russell.
I was just going to say that, Freezy.
I don't know. I wanted us to trade for D'Lo when KD and all that fell through. He was included in that deal. Right. I wanted us to go after him when he was at Brooklyn. Even when Golden State were going to move him, I wanted us to go after him. But something happened when he went to Minnesota. He couldn't stay healthy, and that's why I don't want him, because he signed that big deal when he got in the sign and trade, and now he's not healthy.
And so if you do that deal, you can match the money up with. You could take the Evan Fournier. You could take Evan Fournier and Nerlens Noel and match D'Lo money, right? And then you could take Kemba Walker, Derrick Rose, and
Alec Burks.
And Alec Burks, and match Karl Anthony Towns' money, right? But then you have to sweeten the pot so much with draft picks, so that would be the reason why Minnesota would do the deal. But the key is that you have guys like McBride and Grimes and Jericho Sims and Obi Toppin that show you enough to have flashed enough that we feel like if you give them more meaningful minutes, you can begin to expound their role. Now, and so I'm not saying that McBride is the backup point guard on a championship team yet. What I am saying, though, is that his skill set lends you to the hope that with enough playoff experience,
back in a second, guys,
that he can develop into that, right? Because what you want McBride, you don't want McBride and Grimes to come into a situation of a losing franchise. You want them to develop those skills that they have in a playoff atmosphere So they'll be battle-tested, tough rookies that when it's time to pass the baton, you can pass the baton to those guys, and now you continue a culture of winning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I'm getting, I guess what I'm getting at is the Knicks are probably. I don't want to say that Kemba is not the guy. I like the Kemba move, and I don't want to say Evan Fournier is not the guy. I like the Fournier move. I don't. The money was a splinter in my hand. It was a rock. It was a rock in my shoe. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is it what's done is done, right? So what I'm saying is I like to give this team a shot here. But if the opportunity presents itself to go get a Karl Anthony Towns, a Damian Lillard, and D'Angelo Russell, I say do it. What I wouldn't do, what I won't do, what I won't stand for is a trade for Bradley Beal because I think it's nuts.
Yeah.
Because Bradley Beal, his success has totally hinged on playing with Hall of Fame point guards. I mean, he played with John Wall. He played with Russell Westbrook. And then when he didn't play with those two together, or when he played with sporadic point guards, his teams lost in the most worst imaginable situations ever. You know what I mean? So I don't think, and I know this is, I know this is that itch that Knicks fans can't scratch when I say it, but I don't believe Bradley Beal is a winner. And I don't want to bring him in here to be impressionable around young players that have been brought up that are on the verge of a winning culture.
No, I don't want Beal. I don't want Bradley Beal. Would you take a flyer on John Wall?
I like John Wall. But at what expense?
2 years left on that big deal.
He makes a lot of money. Yeah. He's getting, what is he, almost 50 a year or 40 something a year?
Yeah, I think
they're up there 47, and it rises for the next 2 years.
Yeah, I think.
Wow, that's crazy.
Him out.
That's what I laughed about Bradley Beal. He signed that deal and then fell down the stairs a week later.
Yeah, I remember that.
And played was the first 2 years. He was getting paid for over $40 million the first 2 years and never played a minute in them.
Gotta watch that first step. It's a doozy.
Yeah, but when you said I'd rather have Beal than John Wall, but I'm not trading for Beal knowing he's a free agent next year and I could try and make a pitch for him then.
Yeah, no, I won't trade for him. Nah.
Like I like Bradley Beal. If I was to do it, I would trade the house for Dame, knowing that Bradley Beal was signing in free agency.
Right.
Like a Kawhi, Paul George situation, but a little bit better in my eyes.
Right.
Freezy. Now, what would you do? You have the chance to either go Dame, or you can get the package of getting D'Lo and Cat. You're gonna go D'Lo and Cat, right?
Yes, because they and I know this is gonna sound odd, but they actually match and line up with the Knicks timeline. Because Cat, D'Lo, and Julius Randle are about the same age.
Yeah,
all around the same age.
Didn't Cat and Randle play together in college, or was that AD and Randle?
I think that might have been
AD.
No. Anthony Davis played with Willie Cauley-Stein. Julius Randle played with
Cat, I think 2014, right?
Probably, I think so.
No, I'm gonna pull it up because I think
Porzingis went fourth, and I think Randle went like seventh to the Lakers, and Cat went number one.
He came out. Randle came out in a different draft the year before.
Oh, he came out 13, or Cat came out in 15 or 14.
Cat came out in 15.
Oh, okay, so Randle came out in 14. Okay.
Yeah. So
I was like, that could have changed if they played together in college. I was going to look at that footage and see how they played together in college.
Yeah,
that would have changed everything. Because then you'd be like, all right, they might the chemistry.
Man, that 2014 draft was kind of deep, bro. I'm looking
Yeah.
at Wiggins, Jabari Parker, Joel Embiid, Aaron Gordon, Dante Exum, Marcus Smart, Julius Randle.
Who did we take? We took.
Bless you.
Thank you. Who did we take?
That was a deep draft.
Yeah, that was a very deep draft. I don't think we had a pick.
Oh, dog, I'm gonna break your hearts.
Uh-oh.
That pick went to the Nuggets in the Melo trade, and that pick turned out to be Jamal Murray.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, Jamal Murray played with Rondo, right?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, that was one of the heartbreakers of the Melo deal. You get Melo, but then you lose out. That's the thing about trading picks. Sometimes down the line, if it don't work out, then picks turn out to be a lot better than you think.
Oh man.
Like the Nets, if KD and Kyrie don't work out, like in 2026 or 7, when they have one of them picks, that could be another top 5 pick. Right. You look at the Boston, or was it Brooklyn? That big trade for Paul Pierce and them guys. That ended up turning out to be, was it Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum?
Jaylen Brown.
Wow.
Them Nets picks. So yeah, the Nets rebuilt the Boston Celtics.
Bam.
I know they're going to rebuild the Houston Rockets in a couple of years.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so oh my goodness, these websites. I'm sure you know how you try to find some.
But Freezy, coming back to getting rid of the players all the time on New York, right? I have a story for you. Remember when they traded Mason for LJ?
I remember that.
I was a diehard Mace fan, but I was a diehard LJ fan too, because LJ was a beast back then too. You know, he still had the bad back.
Yeah.
But I met Mason a long time ago before he was on the Knicks. I used to play a lot of basketball in Lost Battalion Hall on Queens Boulevard.
Right.
And he was there with some of his friends, and a couple of guys I know that play there say he's an NBA player. And I actually played with him. We played a 3-on-3. It was me, Mason, and some other dude against this other guy playing center who was like 7 foot, and these 2 other guys. And I kept feeding Mason the ball. Mason was destroying that 7-foot guy.
Yeah.
Destroying him. And he kept telling me, good pass, big man. Good pass, big man. and I knew he was going to be a good player. So when I saw him, I think he was on the Nuggets, or I forgot what team it was. He was a bench player that hardly got in. I was like, yo, they got to play this guy.
Portland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Portland. Yeah. I said, they got to play this guy. He's going to be good. Then when the Knicks got him, I was like, oh, that was the best thing for them to do was get that guy. And look what he turned into for the Knicks, right?
Yeah.
The locksmith.
Yep. Sometimes all these guys need is the opportunity, because John Starks took a similar path, right? John Starks was the guy. People don't remember Run TMC John Starks, right? the lunatic, right?
Yeah.
People don't remember the Run TMC John Starks. All they remember is John Starks headbutting Reggie Miller in the Garden.
That's it. Boom.
Yeah.
I remember Starks for the dunk.
The
dunk on all those dudes. Yeah.
But and the weird thing about the dunk is the momentum was building up in such a way that you knew the next exciting play was gonna blow the roof off the Garden, right? The momentum, like you could just feel the energy, man. You could just feel it, like you could just feel it in your soul, man. Like something great is about to happen here. And Starks goes baseline and throws it down on Jordan and Horace Grant.
Boom.
And the rest is history, bro.
Yeah.
It's one of the, it's one of the, it's like the Jordan showing the ball and then pulling it down and then laying it up with the other hand. You were like,
oh man,
you knew the Bulls were hanging with these were the Lakers, bro. Who are the Chicago Bulls? They ain't supposed to be here. You know what I'm saying? The Chicago Bulls weren't even supposed to be here. When you're a star player like that, 35 a game and blah, 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 you're supposed to just be the scoring champ and go on about your business. You're not supposed to win a championship too. And so Jordan, man, listen, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I just want to address some stuff in the chat real quick. So, Keyshawn says he was on the Warriors. Yeah, Starks played for the Warriors. Starks actually came into the NBA with the San Antonio Spurs. And the Spurs had so many guards that they couldn't keep them. But Larry Brown made a call to Don Nelson, was like, hey, I got this kid. Man. I can't keep him. Just give him a shot. And he went to Golden State, played with Golden State for whatever. He would play, get cut. But he was a warrior. They would keep bringing him in. Like, we're going to cut you, but stay in town. Don't go nowhere. We're going to cut you, but stay around. And he would get cut. They'd bring him back, get cut, bring him in. And then he got invited to the Knicks training camp.
What you doing, buddy?
And Pat Riley said, I'll never forget. I saw a thing on YouTube. Jeff Van Gundy said, we were about to cut Starks, right? Because we just felt like he wasn't ready. He had a bunch of stuff, but he just wasn't ready. And he played hard, but he just wasn't ready. And so the last day of training camp, John Starks goes up and tries to dunk on Pat Ewing. Starks is like, and Starks tells the story. He's like, yo, if they're going to cut me, I'm going out with a bang. So he turns the corner and he tries to dunk on Pat Ewing. He hurts Pat and he also gets hurt. So now since he's hurt, the Knicks can't cut him. Right? And so the rest is history. You know, so he goes on to have his Knicks career and blah, blah, blah.
Did you guys just see that the Knicks, it was a sign and trade deal for Fournier?
No.
Oh, they got two second-round picks, right?
Yeah.
The Knicks got 2 second-round picks, and
I saw that this morning.
Boston got cash.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Talk about doing deals. It went from a signing to saying a signing, and you know what? Give us 2 seconds on top of it.
Yeah.
Now we got how many
They
seconds do we have
doing
now?
work. I thought when I first seen it, they had to give up 2 seconds. I was like, no, they took him on and they got 2 seconds with him. When meanwhile, Boston gave up 2 seconds. So Boston basically, for Fournier, gave away 4 second-round picks.
Basically.
Yes.
Basically.
Oh, my God.
And they
How
still
many
don't.
second-round picks do we have?
Man.
They're adding more 2 seconds, and people are saying, oh, well, the seconds don't mean anything. Well, when you have to make a big trade and you trade all your firsts away, seconds come in handy for other trades and stuff. So
Right.
they're stocking up for something, but
Yeah, Joe, I saw that this morning. I forgot to tell you guys about that. I was like 2 second-round picks. I'm like, wow, something is brewing.
when I seen it, I was like, no, that can't be right. That to give away 2 seconds. But I'm like, no, they basically got a free agent and took on picks with him.
Right.
That's a good deal.
Right.
Yeah. What year are them seconds? Is any of them next year?
I don't know. I'm looking for the details right now.
Probably like 2023 or 2024. That's what they always seem to they're trying to stack up on, is them double drafts.
And I think today they're going to introduce Kemba today. I heard also this morning.
Oh, good. Okay. I had anxiety that when Kemba was being announced, but before he signed, I was having anxiety that he might not commit. Just as a Knicks fan, that he'd pull out of the signing.
Nah, did you see?
And then once he signed, I was like, okay, good.
Did you see his face when he was signing the contract?
Oh yeah, I was happy.
Yeah, but he should have like the Sarge said, he should have been signed years ago. We should have been having him not now.
It should have been that year. I wanted Kemba and KD, and when KD got hurt, I was like, that's out the window. And I think that Kemba would have come here if somebody else was coming. And I heard when he done an interview, he mentioned he was trying to get Chris Middleton here with him.
Middleton, yeah, I heard that too.
Middleton wanted to then stay with the Bucks, so then he went to Boston. I don't think he wanted to come on his own, but I think now that he sees the franchise is in good hands and that Randall's here, that he's not on his own. And people said about the money he's losing. They said something about it was like $20 million. But when you think about it, the Knicks paying him $8 million a year, he's only losing out on $2 million.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So he's not losing out on money coming here. They got him on a deal. But That Fournier deal. That's funny. They gain picks by getting them. I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I never seen that either.
Well, they just gave up cap space like they were going to do anyway, signing them.
Right. Well, man. Hey, this dude Leon Rose, man, is looking like he's the real deal. Hey, Keyshawn, what's good?
Working. And nobody talks about any of these deals. We've heard all these rumors. Nobody mentions nothing in that front office. So from now on, whatever the media, Mark Berman, these dudes say, I'm not saying nothing until I hear Woj or Ian Begley say anything, because these guys aren't doing anything. They don't say anything to the media.
No, they don't say nothing.
So everything is smoke screen. It's Knicks for clicks.
That's it.
So Delano Stills, the DSJ says 2022 via Charlotte and 2023 second round pick.
Oh, okay.
22. Wow.
Yeah.
That makes me feel a little bit better now about the Charlotte deal when we traded away 19. Like, because I wasn't mad at it because they gained money, but the fact that they could have took an upside talent at 19, I get trading the pick away. They just, to me, was if they got another second or something with it, it would have made more sense instead of like a pick swap.
Right.
Now, I guess getting another 2 more seconds out of it makes a little bit more sense now.
Yeah, man.
How many picks do they have for 2022? They have Charlotte's.
Knicks pick Charlotte's top 18 protected, Knicks second round, and it looks like now the Charlotte second round.
Wow.
So 4 picks again.
Yeah.
Or 3, but maybe if that Charlotte pick converts. Charlotte have to make the playoffs. They have to have like a top record or kind of a better record than us.
Yeah.
For that pick to convey. But as people were saying, oh, the pick doesn't make sense. They're not going to use it. I think that if that pick doesn't convey by next year, that pick's going to be gone in a move for a big fish.
Yes.
Yeah, probably. And if we still have it, it will be turned into a 16 protected pick.
Yeah. Because people are saying, oh, it's not going to convey. It's going to be the 2 seconds at 2026 and 2027. I'm like, look what Charlotte's doing. They have LaMelo and Book Night. They're going to make the playoffs. So within the next 2 or 3 years, that one of them picks is going to convey into like the 17th or 18th pick.
Yeah, definitely.
Charlotte looked nice. LaMelo, Book Night, the Bridges, Washington. Like Charlotte looked pretty good.
Oubre,
Kai Jones. So that pick's going to convey within the next 2 years. If it's not next year, the year after, it'll convey. And I don't even think we're going to have it. If it doesn't convey by next year and there's no deal, it's going to be gone in another deal.
That makes sense.
How many more rookies is this team taking on next year again?
I don't think they can take on a rookie next year.
I think they could probably have a guy gone. Like Knox is going to be gone, so there's a roster spot they can take on one.
Yeah.
So either they're going to trade everything to move up in the draft and either future picks to move up, which but to me they should have done this year, or they're just or somebody's coming, because if now they're picking up there's 2 more seconds or another 2 more seconds coming in, they're not going to have. I don't even see them taking 1 rookie next year.
Right.
I was shocked that they took 3 this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
When you think about it, then 4 when the other guy is being sent over.
Yeah, he was playing good too in summer league. Parisian guy, Rokas.
Yeah, no, he looks good. We'll see him. He'll spend probably the next 2 years over Barcelona, but he's playing for a good team overseas.
Yeah.
So he's playing with Pau Gasol and some of these dudes. So he's not playing with any bums. So he'll be interesting to see what he can do.
That's a tough team there. He's not playing any bums. No way.
No, he's in the best league outside of the NBA. It's that league over there is probably the in between college and the NBA. Better than college, but not as good as the NBA.
Yeah, better than the G League. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Because I think the G League is underrated in terms of talent. Because I don't think the coaching in the G League is elite, but I think the talent there, because cats are legit sending their 1st and 2nd round picks to the G League to get minutes. You know what I'm saying? And guys are trying to make the league by playing in the G League. And now that high school kids can leave high school and go to the G League, you get elite top shelf talent in the G League. Right now, I'm not saying that it's Barcelona. Now, let's not. I'm not. Hey, man, let's not get it twisted, bro. But what I'm saying is it's definitely not anything to scoff at. Back when it was the D League, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So yeah.
Yeah, like the players that played on the Ignite team are showing out in the summer league. Kaminga's like he's going hard in the summer league. David Green, they're used to this.
And to me, they downgrade the summer league a little bit because to me, the summer league, yet again, it's the same. It's not the NBA, but it's better than college. And then you have these guys that are fighting for jobs, and you have these kids that are fighting for like starting positions, and then you have guys that are fighting for G League jobs. So it is competitive, and you could see the Knicks the way they played yesterday. They played defensively. Teams do play hard in the G League, and I think it's a little bit downgraded, and they should be allowed to have like 3 or 4 more games and made it into like a tournament.
Like good organizations have like real structure in the G League. I think like Toronto, like they build actual talent through the G League. Warriors also. Jordan Poole came out gunning.
Yeah.
Yo, we're hearing something at the back.
Organization and how much they put in into the G League. I think the Knicks definitely will put more effort into it.
Hey, Keyshawn, you got something playing in the background?
Nah, that's not me.
Okay.
That's not
Hey, Dan, you got something playing in the background?
No. Nope.
Okay.
No, that's not me.
Okay. All right.
I do hear like a TV show or something like in the
that's what I thought I heard. Yeah.
You still hear it? I don't hear anything.
Yeah, I hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah,
like someone watching cartoons. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go right here.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Joe, did you see the Summer League game yesterday?
I did, yeah.
Did you see that pass that Grimes had to Obi for the alley-oop?
Yeah. Oh, my God. The Sims, too, bro, with these lobs. He's going above the rim. His New York Knicks logo across the front of his jersey is lining up with the rim. Like, this dude can get up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro got a hops. And that's what I talk about that's why I didn't like when we paid Noel, paying these centers money, because you can find guys in the late second rounds or even undrafted even that could come in and rim run.
Of course.
Yeah, and actually
like Sim sets the best picks on the team already, and he only just come in. Right. Like when he set screens, he's better than Rondo. He's better than all these guys that's setting screens already, and he was the 58th pick.
Yeah, because he's moving. He's setting the screens and he's moving to the basket. A lot of these guys they don't move.
And Kemba's gonna love a guy like him because Kemba loves them screens, them high pick and rolls.
Yeah.
Like they snakes in and then the pull-ups, and so he needs guys to be able to set screens. Like last year, Taj is the only guy we had setting screens. Like everybody else was terrible.
Yeah, and I keep saying the thing about Taj, and it seems like I'm a Taj hater, but I'm not. I actually like Taj as a person and a player.
Yeah.
But Taj Gibson at 6'9" is too small. He can't jump. He's not strong enough to battle the Karl Anthony Towns and Joel Embiid. And what makes it even worse is that he don't have the foot speed of dudes 6'9". Like he can't stay with an Obi Toppin, and they're the same height.
He can't guard fours. He's too slow to guard fours and too small to guard fives.
And not tall enough, not strong enough. He's savvy and he plays hard. But maybe it's time for Taj to, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I give him Taj another year, and that's what I look is. Look, you're gonna have Mitch Noel, Taj. Sims is gonna sit, maybe play meaningless minutes and be in the G League and develop. But Taj maybe retires next year, and Sims jumps into his role, and the Knicks don't got to spend nothing.
No, yeah.
You get him for like $1 million cheaper, and he's younger, so then he jumps into that Taj role, and then he gets more minutes. So I don't know. I like Taj. One more year for Taj, and then I think he might wrap it up.
Yeah, this season right here. And what I mean about Taj is not throw him away. What I mean is keep him. Just don't
Coaching.
play. Yeah,
Coaching.
yeah. Like Herb Williams, like Udonis Haslam.
Yeah, Udonis Haslam's getting. I think he's like a player coach now with Miami. He is.
19 years, and he took 2-point-something million they gave him.
Yeah, he got minutes for the first time last year, and then straight away was fighting with Dwight Howard.
He got in a fight as soon as he got in the game.
Yeah.
That was his first minutes in like 2 years.
Because he set the culture. The dude, Udonis Haslam sets the culture. Yeah.
He's still with him too. He still didn't retire, I don't think.
Who, Haslam?
Haslam, yeah.
No, he signed again, and they gave him
just
2-point-something million.
Yeah.
Yes, Culture.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't mind keeping Taj if you're giving him $1 million for him to maybe still come in and give you minutes when you need it and just be a culture guy. I have no problem with that. But I think just after this year, they should look at him and bring him in like as a coach.
Of course.
Right.
Because you just keep him in the locker room, because if for him to start off his coaching career is perfect under Tom Thibodeau, because he spends most of his career under Tibbs in so many locations.
Yeah.
So he knows that system, and to send that on for the younger guys to have in his coaching tab, Rose and Taj there's no more Tibb guys than them two.
Yeah.
So for them to go into the coaching staff when they retire under Tibbs, I think it'd be a great situation.
Tony Snell. Yeah, man.
I want Taj to take Obi under his wing and, give him knowledge on how to be a better defender and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Maybe Taj is gonna tell him to bring back the other center that they're still paying, Noah.
Oh no, God! Oh, I thought you were talking about Powell or Pell.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
No,
yeah, man. Yeah,
joking, Noah. Well, look, you might as well bring him back. You're still paying him. I don't know how that works.
Right? And this is the last season of Joakim Noah.
That's it. Off the books.
Wow.
Yeah, I might be calling up Joe Camille. Yo, you want to play ball for this contract we're already paying you? He's like, nah, I'm just gonna sit at home and get paid instead. Yeah, that's where he's at.
That sounds like him too. That sounds like
I would too. My job calls me. Is like, yeah, you want to work today, even though we're not paying you today, or we're paying you today to stay at home. I'm like, I'm not coming if you're paying me to stay at home.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
He'd be the same thing. It's like, why try and play and why I'm worked out? He hasn't played in about 2 or 3 years either, right?
No.
Where was he with? Clippers?
The Clippers.
Yes.
I think I saw him on the bench in the bubble.
Yeah, that dude is. I'm so over Joakim Noah, bro. I saw his workout video where he was barely able to get up and dunk.
Yeah,
when he was with the Knicks. When he was with the Knicks, remember when they sent him away? Remember when him and Hornacek got into a fight?
Yeah.
And the Knicks sent him away, right? And he was working out, and he was barely getting up dunking at 6'10". It's like, nah, yeah, this dude is washed. He washed. Bro. Yeah, he's washed.
He's a has-been.
Yep.
He's old too, though, right? What is he? Late 30s. He's up there in age too, because he's been playing a while. And yet again, that's another guy. Like, he's probably done because Tibbs drove him into the ground in his time with the Bulls.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
The same with Rose. Like, I love Tibbs. He's setting the culture, but sometimes he got to ease it. And that's what worries me a little bit about Kemba. Is Kemba going to be getting 40 minutes a night and he's going to blow out halfway through the year?
Nah, I don't think Kemba's getting 40. I'm thinking he's getting like 25.
25, 28 minutes, something like that.
Probably 28, 28, and Rose gets the rest. But yeah, there might be games though where games are tight, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna ride him for the wins." That's the thing. That's where we might get advantages like this year, where teams are like, we're gonna rest guys on back-to-backs and stuff. Tibbs might not stand for that.
Yeah.
He might be looking. There might be. I'm not saying on back-to-backs. Like if we're off and a team is on a back-to-back, and the game is tight or we're up, he's gonna keep Kemba in there to make sure he wins the game. He's not gonna lose any games. So that's the problem. That's the problem he had with Rose last year. Was tried to low manage him, but too many tight games, and he put him in.
Right.
They were
So
supposed to
that's
keep
my
Rose
feel
for
with
25
Kemba.
minutes, right?
I hope so. I hope Rose ain't getting more than 25 minutes.
But they said, but he says he wants more than that.
Yeah, he was able to play. He was able to play more than 25 minutes. But then when we needed him, he got oh my God. So he started 2 games, got hurt, and didn't tell everybody he was hurt. And then, but man, I don't know. But anyway, guys, I got to get out of here because I got to do some stuff, man. It was great having y'all on, man. We're gonna be on tomorrow for sure.
Breezy, thank you again.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys.
Thank
you.
Thank y'all, man.
Have a great
I will
day,
holler at
guys.
y'all later on, man.
All right, Breezy.
All right, y'all.